or like go right away, because it's just gotta start. Yeah, let me check sound if sound is present, if sound is functioning. It's okay. My laptop's super quiet, so I can't tell. Hello. Okay, brilliant. Okay, sounds just fine. Sounds just fine. Uh, Imola, SC Arc Praga League Round 6. HTTPS slash stbitch.tv slash annoarincas. Control C. Oh, nope. Don't control C it with a typo, you fucking moron. And then everyone. Everyone. Just, and then no, just do self-promo thing. Self-promo thing is, I'm gonna put it later in the Arc Discord. Because I'm not starting like to race it, I'm just doing some things. Some community kind of things. Cover day for sure. There's a shared sub channel, so I'm gonna make use of that. I just wanted to show you like a funny thing, before we go. Before we start. But so yeah. So this is like a super important race for me to win tonight. And that's a problem because I'm not feeling very sure of myself here, because it's just not one of my best tracks. So this is not. It's Imola, right? It's just a very, very difficult circuit. I am bleeding. It's again very tricky track. This is like to even just hot lap around, and even more tricky to actually race, I expect. And for endurance as well. Problem with, I'm really fucking tired, man. So yeah, I'm going to just maybe do a few extra laps around Imola. Wait, I was going to do a specific thing, but I don't want to do it while nobody's here. So you know. Oh, that is switch. I know. I'm actually so tired. It's mental how tired I am. Oh, I should like starting a race this tired. It's not gonna be good. So, and also I haven't actually calculated how much fuel is needed for the race yet. Or how many laps the race is going to be. So, like these final corners are very, very tricky to get right. You can be very fast through there if you know what you are doing, but it's uh, like it's a kind of mistake. Like if you make a mistake, you'd lose so much time. My cat's having some fun in the background. Like I'm not certain I should even brake like that for the second chicane, but because I mean that's, but it's been working out all right so far, so I'm gonna keep doing it unless I suddenly find a better way. The problem is also like you know, most of the times I raced in I raced at Imola, it was in different kind of cars. It was more in more powerful, more downforce cars, like Formula style cars, like open wheelers. Like I raced F3 at Imola. I've raced uh Super Formula. Well, the Formula Suprema RSS mod. I've raced that at Imola. And and the thing about the Praga is that yes, it is a lightweight single seater with lots of downforce. It's so you know it's has some similarities to those kind of cars. It just does not have the same level of grip as those cars do. So like you don't drive it the same way. Even though I'm like I'm tempted to because this is just what well that's just how I've been driving this truck in the past. So like that's like the lines on this on Imola that I know are open wheeler lines, not prototype lines. Hmm. I'm gonna be a whole lot faster if you. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be a whole lot faster in like a Super Formula because a Super Formula is a whole lot faster than a Praga. But also, shit. Like if I and like it's weird because it's like I do have some familiarity with the track, but because it's and thing is, if it was just familiarity with the track in a completely different car, I would be able to at least just completely ignore that instinct to do the same thing as I did before. Because I know it would be wrong, but I can't quite do it here because there is just enough similarity between... Wait, where are my captions? Mate, are my captions fucking broken? That's not good. My caption, like I see my captions, I just don't see options for captions on my Twitch. Are my captions broken? Mate, that's gonna be a fucking pain to deal with, honestly. I already had to do that captionless stream last time, and I like having captions. They're not perfect, but there's something. And then, like, even when there's nobody in chat who actually needs them, at least, oh shit, it's fun to make fun of some inaccuracies. Yeah, there's no fucking captions. Where are they? Oh man. Come on. Why do I not see, like, my captions? Oh, there they are, there they are, they've just showed up. Let me just pause and pause, hopefully unlock the stream on my, on the laptop. And like, it's fine that I'm stopped in the middle of the track. This is, I'm in single player, there's nobody else out here. It does mean that my tires are ice cold. Testing captions, show me the captions, man. Stream's actually lagging quite a lot. I'm hoping this is on my laptop's end and not on my actual stream's end because it's gonna be a problem if it is. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, lag. Come on, captions. Come on, quality, please. Just drop it down to 160 so I can just see the stream. Mate, beg you. Begging you right now to maybe function. Where are the captions? The captions are not there. Like, I can turn them on, but then don't show up. That's a big problem. Why are they not there? This is a problem. This is a big problem, eh? Okay, they're not on. Now, are they on? Yeah, they're not fucking there. And I can't do much about that. I'm just gonna have to remove the closed captioning tag for the moment. Wait, why can I not scroll? Come on, let me... Shit's so broken, man. Anyway, yeah, that's all really annoying, actually. Oh well, I'm just gonna quit out of this for a bit. 1 hour of Praga at Imola. Yeah, the captions are just not there, and I don't know why. What if I open it on my desktop? Are the captions gonna be there on the desktop? Is it just maybe laptop being weird? Why? Oh, and that's fucked up, mate. No, the captions are actually there on my desktop. I think it's a laptop issue that they're not there. It's also weird that this seems to be just a lot of different closed caption kind of tags now, not just a single one that goes closed captions. Now there's captions enabled, there's closed captioning, and I feel like there used to be just one closed captions tag, but there's, I don't know, it's odd now. That's the downside of having user-defined tags, I guess. It just, everything someone's actually put in exists. So yeah, I'm gonna. You wanna see a cool thing? I can see. I can show you a thing. Do you wanna see a thing? I'm not showing you a thing unless I get the response from chat, and since I'm not getting it, well, I'm not showing you the thing. Fuck me. I'm so tired. Like, I'm just unfucking believably tired right now. Very, very tired. I guess you could say I'm really tired. How horrible, how horrible, how unfunny. I'm super fucking tired. So, it's actually a bit insane, eh? Look, it's a can. If you want me to, I can open it. Only if you want me to, though. Okay, I'm confident that the captions issue is just a laptop bug that's on there for some reason. Okay, Well, let me figure out how many laps the race should be. So 60 by 60 divide by 108. So like, yeah, 'cause that's 148, 108. 33.3, okay, so 34 laps. So I want to be, what, 30, 18. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna have to test out like how mediums are gonna run, and I might do a medium stint first. I am not certain. I'm not certain at all of my strategy. I'm barely certain that I'm going to stay awake for the whole race. To be honest with you. Oh, oh, mate, the fucking yawn. Find it interesting that the FGP championships they only show people's ranks at the time that they entered the championship. So like if their rank has changed in the championship, which it's going to because well it's going to just be not be very good. Oh, so my rank actually gone down at Monza after finishing P2. What? Okay. And because I finished P2 to a guy with a lower rank, I guess? Oh no, what the fuck? So the guy in first also lost some rank, despite literally winning the race. Because the average strength of the field was just low enough for that. That's actually garbage. That's actually garbage, right? Mate, I mean, I understand that it's there to like disincentivize high ranked players to just go into low ranked lobbies and just, slap noobs around, right? But before they figured out how to race. Mm. And I kind of, I mean, I understand wanting to prevent that, but at least making you straight up lose rank by winning a race is just kind of weird. Like maybe at least make it not go up. That would make sense, right? You just don't gain any rank by winning because winning is basically the expectation when you are facing people of much lower rank than you are. Mm, But punishing people for even showing up to races of lower rank, like, and the thing is, like, it really weirds me out because this is a championship, right? It's not like I could just, not show up to a race that's in the second half of the championship when I've been doing the entire thing, right? Mm. But because like some people join the championship and people sometimes leave the championship and people do all the racing, people's rank is not static. People's rank is not static. So like I go from gaining pretty big numbers for my rank in the first four races of the season, and then the fifth of the season of the same league, the average field strength went down because some people left, some newer people joined, and then I lose rank at P2, and the guy who wins loses rank as well. Even though I think like I need to check what kind of rank he had when he joined when he signed up. So that would be Thomas. Yeah, see, he was he was a very similar rank to me, in fact, when he signed up, and he's a very similar rank to me now. So, we've had a very similar problem actually. In fact, we've had exactly the same problem. Because no, because honestly, I get even losing rank for P2. I get, to be honest. I'm obviously unhappy about that because don't want to lose rank when you feel like you've done pretty well in the race generally. But losing rank for P1 straight up doesn't make much sense. Like, you don't think someone's a worse racing driver just because their opponents were not that good when they won. Yeah, this you shouldn't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to mediums, right? And lower pressure, obviously. I think I could get away with actually higher pressure on my softs, but we'll see. For now, let's just get some data, some Shane Sedlock. That's not a very familiar name. Did they race last time? I don't remember. But like, I don't know, is that a normal racing system for sim racing? I don't know. Like, I'm still all things considered fairly new to the whole thing. Man, that, like, that surface there is just so slippery. It just feels wet, is what it feels like. Like, and it's so easy to lose grip on that surface and not even like notice that you have lost grip. Just keep going and think you're doing just fine, but in fact you are sliding, and when you get on the asphalt you are dead. Like, just slam into the wall. Total the car. At least you would have if the damage wasn't set to 30% for these races. So yeah, this community might start hosting some races on a new for them platform, the WSS, the World Sim Series. All in an effort to get fuller grids, and yeah, that's a goal I can totally get behind. Oh, come on! Yeah. That was incredibly slow, by the way. All of that. I'm just testing out the mediums, and I'm not like I want to be able to get it below 49 on mediums, ideally. Like, I don't think my pace is the best at all here. I mean, I've not been able to really judge because we haven't had a like, there wasn't a regular traditional practice service setup. There wasn't a practice event with that new platform that they tried out. But I'm not familiar with the platform, so I simply wasn't. I was not really able to tell how to even see the whole history of laps people have done. What is everybody's best lap on that platform? Because I had like second best lap, I believe, from what I've seen, but I'm not sure if that was like how complete the information was. Because, you know, there were just some people that I definitely saw join the server and I definitely saw set a lap, but the lap time was not, well, like, was not shown to me, was not saved in the event. And I'm just not certain of how the whole thing works. Ah, see, that's okay. That's how I'm supposed to do it. Again, tires are a bit cold. Front left especially. I get a bit full. I think I'm gonna have maybe I move my braking balance a bit more to the front with soft with the mediums. That's okay. That's okay also. Mate, better get out of the way. You've already ruined the lap. Don't need to ruin mine as well. Ah. Meh. That was super meh. Okay, no, definitely way too. They're definitely too far forward, the brake biases. Like you all decided to speak I for no reason. Okay, that's a lap time. It's not a good lap time, but it is a lap time. And it's on medium, so, you know, it's something. Like this turn is, I think, the one I'm struggling with the most. Because I know you can be very fast through there, but I cannot quite tell why. Or I mean, not why, but how. Like you can be fast, very fast through there because... I've watched some guide on like simulation that advised like adjusting your brake balance for every corner, and like I'm not sure if that's actually useful at all in this level of in this kind of level of skill we're racing with here. 90. So at around 50 I brake. Take this curb, take this... No, don't take that curb maybe. Okay. That's a good way to take the hairpin, I like that. 130 I upshift, 165 upshift again. 190 upshift, now brake here. I need to be braver on the throttle, I know that, but I'm scared. I'm just scared of going off there. And that leads me to go wide. You have to be brave to be fast on this track. And like in general, you kind of have to, you know, have the bravery to just send it sometimes. And but you also have to have the wisdom to know when a send is needed and when it's not. And that's, you know, that's essentially all the skills you need to raise. The bravery to send it, and the wisdom to know when you shouldn't even try. Some incidents already. Not big deal, cause you know, not real life cars, not real life people in them. So, you know, no silly things are like red flag in the practice session. And like honestly, though I bet there are some leagues out there who would absolutely just do a red flag there. And what, you know, just to be super extra accurate. No, again, I got on the power late. And I think I turned in early also. Really struggling with that turn. Struggling in a big way. So yeah. I was like going to say something interesting, but I forgot what that was. About the truck, about sending it, about. So yeah, I don't think I'm doing the second chicane quite right. Gonna have to try and overtake this guy real soon, cause yeah, he's quite a few seconds behind. He's super slow through here. Yeah. About the turn, like maybe I think I'm also turning in too early sometimes, so that takes me on a bad angle. So let's try this. No, I did it. Like that's the thing. I fucking learned to do it this way now, and that's a problem because this way is straight up wrong. It's just such an annoying turn. Like and like it's a not still it's not the most annoying turn I had to deal with, not by a long shot. It just and the reason why it's not annoying is because unlike the most annoying turns I've had to race at, are not rewarding if you even if you get the right. But this is real fucking rewarding to get right. I think that's the trick for Imola, right? It's difficult and it's tricky, and a lot of turns are just weird and annoying, but they are all built in such a way that if you do in fact get them right, it feels so rewarding. It feels just such a like you feel like such a badass when you get them right. And you feel like I'm on, but sometimes you feel like I'm on when you don't. Like this, just silly, just late, outbreak myself, like a better, just silly moments. That was actually okay-ish. I know I'm losing quite a bit of time through second chicane because I've done it fast, but I just cannot. Like, I'm tempted to just try and do it like we did in the Super Formula Supremes, right? But it's okay. It doesn't work. How do I don't get it, man. That turn, like, I don't just get it. I just don't get it, honestly. Ah, fuck me, man. Ed, for that left-hander, yeah, so down to third. So, like, I tried that, and it's usually, and like, I'm not sure if that makes it that much of a difference. I'm gonna try it again, right? It just, I feel like I had it right, and then I've forgotten how to do it, which is just extremely frustrating, right? It's not that I just can't get it. It's that, no, I literally got it. I've done it right. I just can't do it again, and that makes it extra frustrating. Like, it's not even really what you call a skill issue. It's just, it's just like, I don't fucking know. I'm an idiot issue. I'm an. Second chicane also. I feel like I'm a bit slow through there, but. Well, that was okay-ish. Still lost over like a tenth compared to my best lap time. Not as bad as it could have been through the hairpin. Two gears, right? Okay, that was just a bit slower, but it was actually within track limits. So you know, I think you have. That's on me. That's on me. That's just like a mistake. Okay. See, again, it's yeah. That's quite good. Yeah, thanks for the advice. Like it's so stupid because I literally done that. I just decided that it's wrong for some reason. Like it's you know it's even stupider than just it's even stupider than not figuring it out in the first place. To figure out and then decide that it's bad for literally no reason. Well, maybe I'll see a reason in a few laps. Yeah, my pace is Ben's catching up, but I'm actually not too concerned about that because I'm on mediums and he is currently on softs. So this is my medium space. I'm happy with that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, yeah, that you make a good point. I have mostly like this is the first time I'm really practicing mediums, right? I braked early. But I mistook an earlier like board for the board that I need to use as a yeah, take all of the curb here. Too much curb on the right and like just a bit too much. That's fine. That's fine. Just experimenting a bit with my lines, trying to find the optimal ones. And well, I think I just found another one of the unoptimal ones. You know, let's see how this one goes. So brake 1, 2. Yeah, keep around 130 kilometers through there. And yeah. Okay, I think the way I took that, I was just about within track limits. Like, because I think you can go, like, it does let you go fully on the curb there, but not completely. The problem is that there's not so much traction on the curb, like, there's not so much grip. So like, you might not even want to do that, even if the game lets you. Oh, no, you just remind me. I've not posted my going live, my like going live message thingy on the Arc Discord. So I'm going. Well, no, you've not reminded me specifically, but your presence reminded me. I was like, hold on. I've forgotten to do something. Gotta do the self-promotion things. Again, I think breaking a bit later is better. Because look at that, just a 10th on late breaking. Good exit, but that's not making it up. I'm not gonna make up for the oof. Bit sketchy but faster. And that's definitely faster and not even sketchy. Suboptimal shift there, so I lost a bit of time that I have. Yeah, that's right, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's it right there. And now brake. Nice. And like actually not touching the curb there is so important just because there's so little traction on there, so much traction on the asphalt you have to stay in there. Oh yeah, that's solid. Yeah, that's solid. That's a 48 on mediums. Happy. I can be happy about that. Boop. Now let's do it one more time to make sure I can actually to make sure I have at least some consistency, which is an important thing to have in a in an endurance race, even to technically quite short for endurance. Oof. Yep. I mean, I can give him my setup. I'm not sure if it's actually good. I mean, I mean, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Yeah. So, hey, Andling, how you doing? 42 minutes of ads, amazing. So you've been here watching ads before I even started the stream. Thank you. How you doing, Underling? Oh, do you want to see a thing? Do you want to see a thing? I'm gonna show you a thing. I'm gonna show you a thing in a second. When I do one more lap and I show you a thing, okay? How you doing, mate? Uh, fairly alright. If a bit busy and stressful, but you know, fairly alright. Just, but that's not good. But, just some overtaking practice. Okay, I'm gonna show you a thing. Do you see this? Do you see this? See, I can't show you where I'm driving. I want to show you a thing. It's kind of stupid, but it's fine. It's a can, yes. Would you like to know what's inside it? I mean, it does match the shot that well IRL, but on camera it kind of does, eh? Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to take a break in a second here. So, I'm gonna show you what's in the can, and I have to go, I have to leave for a couple minutes. Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to pizza. I'm happy with the setup. I'm happy with it, so so, yeah. And I think I'm gonna try going mediums to softs this time. No, I will be. There will be race. It's just I'm just doing the practice session that goes before the race. So let me show you a thing. Race is today. It's like we're gonna have just in half an hour. So look, it's a can. We are going to look. Look, I'm going to open the can. Nah. It's a can of socks. That's gone bad. It's socks in a can. My grandmother gave me 3 of these. They feel decent. I haven't tried them on. They're a bit thin, but wait, they're fucking mate. They're fucking finger like tall. Like they have an individual slot for the big toe on them. Oh, I'm not sure I'm into that. I have another one here. I have another, and like these ones. Oh, these ones are the same. Oh no, I was not aware. They're just the one. Like it's like mittens for your feet. Like feet mittens. Mittens. Anyway, I'll have to take a small. I'm gonna have to take a small break for now. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm back. Hello. This is blinking on. It's not me. It's not my fault. It doesn't let me turn it off, mate. The car just. Donate. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I removed the donation thing because I can't receive money. Even. Although I might be able to again. Okay, actually, yeah. So so yeah, what I want to do is I want to try and go mediums to soft this time. Which the teaching job. Yeah, I worked there for a month and got fired. So you could say it's going amazing. Fucking noises outside. Bed. I was not saying. The kids were fucking trying to get me to teach them how to swear in English, and. But no, I was just kind of. I was just a bit slow on figuring out the administrative side of things. And well, and also like well, I'm not sure if I can say this. And it's also quite possible also that they also straight up may have just hired me for a little bit and decided not to tell me. That's another possibility, because yeah, it's another. I'm not sure if that's the case, right? Or if they just a profession, define profession. So the thing is, I am not like actually, legally very qualified for that. Like, I don't have, I don't have like a degree in teaching. No, I did not go to school for that. So no. So no, yeah, so again, it's just. They were also a bit shit at communicating what exactly they wanted from me, to be honest, right? There were a couple things that I did not even know I was supposed to be doing until it was urgent, has to be done yesterday. And like obviously I couldn't do it on time then. I was teaching the 3rd grade and 5th grade English. So like a 3rd grade would be like 9-year-olds, right? 9, 10 years old. 5th grade would be then 11, 12, but actually like the age range was like pretty much just the age range of 9 to 12-year-olds was covered pretty much by all the different people there. Like, the annoying thing is also, like, that I feel like I just started really figuring the shit out, right? If anything else, I do feel quite a bit more confident, actually, you know, with the actual teaching part, so I can try to do just private English tutoring again and make some money that way. More money than they gave me, actually. Well, and like, you know, when you do also, when you just do private tutoring, you also don't have to deal with like all like administrative shit, because you're not working for an actual school. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's good money in that. Yeah. Mate, I know, like, so my mother actually works as a tutor. She teaches Russian language, right? She makes some good cash doing that. Now, she also works, like, a fairly massive amount. Like, maybe not so... Like, maybe not so much in pure... If you do it hourly. I mean, no, it's actually super insane, right? It's regular, like 6 lessons per day. And you know, obviously the work doesn't stop when the lesson ends, because you have to prepare for them as well, so. But it's fairly good money by doing that, especially around here. Mate, this Shane guy is gonna be a problem. I feel like I'm. Oh, Joel. Oh, that's badly joined by me. Looks like I'm gonna be a problem. Yes, like I tried doing that before, but I didn't know shit, so I failed. I have a bit more of an idea of what to do now, so I feel I think it's worth another attempt. But again, the whole vibe I get from the situation, it's not that this guy sucks really badly, let's fire him, and more, we have hired someone more qualified, let's find the excuse to fire the other guy. Bit different, you know? You know, oh, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, like, again, I would have taken it better if they were, like, if they were a bit clearer about that, right? Like, hey, we got someone who actually went to university to be a teacher, and I'm like, you know what? And like, and yeah, you're gonna get in a place with that person, and I'll be like, yeah, that sucks, but you know what? Fair enough. That's literally a much more qualified person. So, I can't complain. Like, I can't be too upset about that. Just I mean, the difference is whether or not I feel like I could have done something better or not, right? Because obviously I couldn't, like, go back in time and tell myself to... like, then tell myself to... Mate, just mate, I'm gonna try to overtake him. Can't do it here, though. Oh, just like that. Yeah. Yeah, I get that would be better also, because, I mean, like on one hand I can definitely tell that what things I did wrong, and like the real problem is me being just an asocial little wanker. Ah, that's awful. Mate, that was such a good lap, but I just went wide. Yeah. I also did also get the feeling that they've also kind of accepted my like that they like that I got the job a bit too easily. I understood. Yeah, like it's the timing is pretty fucking horrible for me, to be honest, but also like it's both really bad and kind of good, because on one hand I kind of need the income, but on the other it was not good money. Doing that was not good money, like not at all, and like honestly nearly anything I can find should be able to at least match that. Just so you know, it's and also, well, working there was fairly fucking stressful. So, and I have so many stressful things to deal with right now, so that like I can't even be that upset about losing one of major contributors to that. You know? Like, okay. Like, I income. That's mine is good. Mine is fine. Oh, so yeah, about Russia having systems. So, I'm gonna be. The thing is that I'm is that I'm planning on moving out of Russia, and very soon. So, yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to have some income. And by soon, by soon I mean I have a plane ticket for next week. I've been playing it for a while, just not telling people. Yeah, so the going. So yeah, I'm going to Spain. I'm going to have to try to find work there. Yeah, like I'm excited obviously to get the fuck out of here. Also a bit terrified. Which Because, you know, this is a big fucking gamble, if I'm honest. Ugh. But it's a gamble I feel like I have to make. Because, I mean... the alternative is what, right? The alternative is staying here. So, yeah, no. Like, I've always kind of wanted to leave, right? But, this past year has kicked things into overdrive. I'm leaving, so, okay, the answer to those questions is yes. The thing is that I can carry quite a lot with me, because the plane ticket I found allows for 2 pieces of luggage, 23 kilograms each, so I'm bringing two suitcases, and whatever I can fit into those. My PC is staying here, obviously. Shit, it's gonna be sold probably. It's not gonna not gonna get me a lot of money, but it's going to get me some. You know, quite a lot of. Probably a good couple weeks worth of groceries I can buy for the price of the PC, maybe. Well. Anyway. Oh yeah, it's like I don't have. Yeah, like I don't tend to have the anxiety kick in until I'm about to leave, right? But part of it is because I just procrastinate a lot, but just in general, the travel anxiety usually only kicks in a couple days before, like once my bags are packed or at least halfway packed. That's when it starts feeling like, holy shit, I'm actually doing this shit. And like I'm mostly just I'm afraid of forgetting things, afraid of losing things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring my. So like that's why I needed a new laptop, right? That's why I needed it, because I'm not bringing my PC with me, so I needed something powerful that could. And I've confirmed that the laptop can run a set of course well enough, so I'm gonna try and bring the steering wheel with me. Unless I change my mind, in that case I just sell it here, buy a new one there, because the prices are in fact quite similar. Got a mate who wants a steering wheel, might try to sell it to him if I decide not to take it. We'll see. It should fit the suitcase just fine, and I think it should survive the travel fine. Maybe the wires can get a bit screwy, but that's not too big of a deal. I can just... Like, a soldering iron is not that expensive. But the problem is that, like, there's the whole logistics of buying the steering wheel there might be... Like, it might not be something I can just do. And, well, to be honest, like if I sell the wheel here, making a purchase like that would not be something I'd be able to justify to myself, I don't think. That's another thing. Partly psychological thing, right? Like, I have this €100 and I'm going to spend it on a steering wheel. over, you know, putting it towards next month's rent or whatever, or, you know, buying a bunch of food. So, yeah. So that's why I would like to bring my single wheel along with me, because, well, then I don't have to do anything like that, right? And then it's, well, if I do need the money that badly, I just sell it there. I just sell it there, and again, the prices are incredibly similar, so it's not like I'm gaining all. Like, I the prices I think of the steering wheels are a bit lower over there, so like I could make like like 20 euro worth of profit or whatever. It's not. Yeah, it's difficult, quite difficult one. I mean, it's Imola. Every corner's difficult. It's a fairly difficult track, but I like it because it's, while it's difficult and many corners are kind of annoying initially, it's very rewarding to get right, because you can go so fast if you get it right. Who's in second? Paul. Isn't that Pollock guy? I forgot his first name. But yeah, so like, it's not my favorite track, it's not even my favorite Italian track. I like Mugello more. But it's a good track. It's a good track for sure. So okay, next week is gonna be Le Mans. I'm gonna have to skip that. I've gone way too wide. But somehow, but I kept it within track limits though. Not here, I didn't know, like that was just. I think this is just my, yeah, my tires are going off a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. And that's why I'm just. But yeah, I don't know, going mid. But anyway, like, yeah, if people around me in qualifying go mediums at the start of the race, I go mediums as well for sure. Because otherwise I'll be stuck disadvantaging against softs and mediums late race, and while I'm failing, and like I'm actually, like from what I've seen, I'm actually more confident in my medium space compared to my soft space compared to people around me. Oh yeah. Oof, mate, tomorrow is going to be. I still have my. I still have my other walk. What? Completely just switching topics again here, but I still have my other work as a photographer for now. So. But that's a fact. Like that's honestly, it's a better job than the teaching one, right? It's easier, and it pays just as well or better. But like it would be just straight up better if not for one problem. It's inconsistent as fuck. Like I cannot have a consistent schedule. It's all depends on, you know, when they get clients. And if like they can not, and like I can just have nothing for weeks. And that's obviously like not workable as a, you know, as a reliable means of income. It just. And obviously it's not something, and it's not because, you know, the job, it's a job that actually requires me my physical presence. It's not something I'll be able to keep. Might be able to find something similar over there, but we'll see. We'll see. The main thing I'm upset about not being able to bring is my guitar. I am learning Spanish. I can speak a little bit. I'll learn more. But because learning by immersion is the best learning. Like I've been doing just Duolingo for the past 3 months. Month. I'm not as far as long as I'd like, but not much I can do about that now. Other than do better, other than do more Duolingo and just, you know, uh, yeah. Honestly, like, Spanish is not, doesn't, like, it's not too difficult of a language. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm having an easier time learning it than English, but part of that is because, well, I already speak English. And, like, the fact that I already speak 2 languages helps a lot with the third. Just because, well, the Spanish is because it has concepts that, like, it has concepts that are present in English but not Russian. Like, you know, like articles, for example. And, you know, a lot of words are similar because... Oh! Oh shit, sorry. No, I learned English, like, later on when I was, like... I mean, I guess I started learning in school or what... no. Uh, I'm just trying to remember when exactly it was. It must have been when I was around, like, 12. When I started really learning. Because around that time I was already reading some things in English, just not a lot. Yeah, I mean, like, all schools generally do have an English class, but the thing is that English in, like, in normal school is super basic, and a lot of the times you can get away with knowing basically nothing and still get a bare minimum passing grade. Some schools also taught, like, in Russia your second language at school would be either English or German, and German is a lot less common now. Because, I mean, English is just more widely used than German by quite a bit. Then, but yeah, I started doing, like, extra, like, I did an extra English class outside of school that we actually paid for. When I guess when I was around 12 years old, right? Okay. So how many laps? Let me count. So 34 laps I'm expecting. So if 15 laps on softs, right? And then and then what? 19. Yeah, and then it has to be 19 then on mediums. Yeah, I think, okay. Maybe I'll change it a bit, around a bit. It's important to know. Maybe 18 and 16. Uh, okay, I'll keep this for now. Yeah. Where's the library? The Где библиотека? And ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? So what I was saying is that in Spanish it has some concepts that are present in English but not Russian, like articles, and then some concepts that are present in Russian but not English, like grammatical gender. And also like the things like distinction between formal and informal you. Library in Spanish is biblioteca. It's like a super common. It's like a super common root. It's comes. I mean, yeah, yeah. It comes. I mean, it comes from Latin. You know, like the Bible literally just means the book. It's the book. That's the root. That's where it all comes from. So that's why it's also biblioteca in Russian. Yeah, super common in it's like super common in European languages, and English is in fact the weird one, as it often is. Violating is a bit trust. Yeah, got to be better than my church Slavonic. Oh, what? Oh. Who's ahead of me? Aspera, he's decently fast, but I'd still like to not be behind him. Yeah, I mean, it's not 100% users. It has some users, but it's just super limited. But again, there are languages I'd like to learn that are just completely useless. You know, just go like... Just be a complete fucking nerd and learn... And learn fucking Quenya. Like the complete fucking nerd that I am. Or learn Finnish, because that's vaguely similar, but, you know, marginally more practical. Yeah, dinner with the Pope, yeah. You know, learn Welsh because it's funny. Honestly, I do just want to learn more languages just for the sake of learning them, if I have the time and resources. So obviously I'm learning Spanish now, but it is generally something I'm pretty interested in, so... Why? Guy just said why, I don't know if he's... Okay, I'm gonna concentrate for a second here. And then I'm gonna crash, and then we're gonna start the real lap, because every time I say that I'm going to concentrate, I make mistake and crash, and it's very funny. Every time it's super funny. You see, that's a mistake, but I didn't crash, so it's not that funny. Alright. Alright. Shame you missing the most fun parts, but oh well. Got to do RL stuff. I understand. Oh, how's that not track limits? Yeah, like like this is the first competitive session. We are doing qualifying now, so like lap times actually matter now. That's solid, yeah. Yeah, I just do one out of like this. The way we do events over here, that these events you get 1 hour of practice set up right before the event. Then you get wait, I'm on mediums? I'm on mediums! I mean, I'm gonna finish this lap just to have something, but that's so stupid, but also so funny. I'm gonna finish this lap anyway, but just fucking hell, that's a waste of time. Yeah, look at, yeah, I can do at least a second faster than on softs and pretty easily. There we go, there we go, there we go. Just use the gravel to slow me down real quick and... Yep, fuck, soft. Ah, that's like, that's... Oh man, that's a stupid mistake, but it's like, it's a very funny kind of stupid mistake, so... Also, it's like, okay, who's gonna be ahead of me here? Okay, gonna try get the between this guy. Oh man, he's slow. I'm okay. Well, oh, should have gotten out behind Jorel, cause Jorel is not. Is like Jorel is decently fast usually. Oh, this feels a lot. Like I can tell. How could I not tell right away? I guess I'm just. That's what I get for concentrating too much. Concentrate so much I don't even notice things that are obvious. Like being on the wrong... Mate, if this lap time works, like actually ends up... Imagine if that's the lap time, the best lap time I set all session. And imagine if that ends up being like actually good. No fucking way, mate. No way. Okay, I'm going to have to make some space ahead of myself. Hopefully I will not eliminate too much space behind me doing so. Because, yeah, this is a bit too small window I'm operating in, to be honest. Shit. Yeah, it's a bad exit. That might compromise my quality quite a bit. Bad timing by me. Okay, this guy's off. Okay, never mind. This guy went off and saved me. Thank you. That actually completely saved my ass. From my own mistake. Like, and thing is that I'm more used to driving this in open wheelers, so I'm more used to the kind of speed you get with those cars, right? Like I said, last race I did on Imola, that was in a... was in a Formula Supreme. Which are, like, I think... the second fastest open wheelers out there behind Formula 1. Like, I mean, they're modeled on Japanese Super Formula, which are the second fastest open wheelers out there behind F1. Like, yeah, faster than IndyCar, faster than F2, I believe. Like, I mean, they're all in the like IndyCar, F2, and and Super Formula, like, are all in the same kind of ballpark, I believe, but out of them, Super Formula, I think, is the fastest. But it also, like, depends on the track side, because IndyCar is quite difficult to compare directly because it runs on ovals, which, you know, no other open wheelers really do that anymore. Like, don't they have an oval in Japan, though? Fucking man! Somehow did not ruin my lap time. Need to tell them to hold brake. Yep, Thomas just got a good lap time. About to ruin his life. About to ruin his day by getting a lap time on softs. Oh man, it's Shane. Oh no, Shane. Just gonna let him know that I'm there. Yeah, that lap's ruined. Lap's ruined. Uh, okay, I'm going to exit behind this guy and ahead of Thomas. That's the idea. Just ahead of Thomas. Like, I want to have a nice big chunk of space all to myself. Ben, and also like Ben is reasonably fast, so being behind him is not such a problem. Oh, but yeah, streamers, mental. Why do I call you streamers? I can just start calling you streamers. Fuck you know. Streamers, multiple streamers in one. All the streamers in one. The secret account of the Twitch hive mind. Yeah, vroom vroom. We are vroom vrooming tonight. Doing fairly alright. Ooh, that's not the line. That's so not the line. That's fine, you know. Fine. But that's so not the line. I'm actually doing quite decent. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, I did not think my lap times were good at all. But, well, I guess everyone else is even worse. No. But yeah, I have the best lap time in qualifying and in practice so far. I feel I'm fairly comfortable with my medium space. Mm. Not sure if I want to go softs first or medium first yet in the race. Ah, that's stupid. That's so stupid. Stupidest way to lose a lap time. That was a decent start, but at least, but okay, the rest of this lap is just practice now. Okay, I'm still half a second ahead of my closest competitor, so that's Thomas Lennox Brown. He's very solid driver. He doesn't quite have, like, he does not quite match my pace, but he's a lot more consistent, and he can very easily get one up on the race from me because of that. And like also, he seems to be pretty good at strats as well, because like last time, you know, a big part of why he uh, of why he won, and why I think he stood a great chance to win, even if I haven't made the stupid mistake that I did, is because he had a good start and, you know, was on the right tire at the right time. I think. We'll see. I don't want to start on softs. He starts on softs, otherwise he just kind of jumps me. The other car doesn't really work here. Maybe it does, but No, that no flexing. It like I will see. Oh, that's yeah, that's silly. That's silly. That's just. Ooh, he's super close now with the lap time though. Like I know I can do better than my current time, but I don't know if I have time to. Yeah, still struggling with that turn quite a bit, but. But I see. But Thomas is in the pits now, so he's not going to get another lap in. While I still can. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, like the lap guy in P3 is on. What the fuck, growling octopus? Like, I'm not even sure what flavor of horrible that is, to be completely honest with you. But you know, like I see that guy in P3 is not. I mean, I'm still gonna try and improve my lap time just because I want to. But then again, no, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. At this point, it's just flexing for no reason, so I'd rather just get on with it and go racing. Yeah, I would rather just get on with it and go racing since like the entire top six is in fits. So I'll be back in a second. I feel I feel a strong smell of cat food all through the apartment. Okay. Okay, so Thomas is on mediums. Alistair Pollock is on softs. I'm very confident in my pace on mediums, so I'm gonna start with mediums. Just try to compete with. I don't want to. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna open my bottle of weed soda. Oh yeah, that's a good shit. Moisturize my dry face so it doesn't crack on me and be very painful. Okay, so again, so like, funny thing is, even my medium space would have put me in the top three, even if I just kept my lap on mediums. I did a 49.5, and guy in P4 did 49.9. Okay, so again, the way I calculated it, so wait, 15 plus 19. Okay, 36. I can add more fuel on pit stop later if I need it. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Our lights are on. And fire, and lights are out, and let's get out of here. Not that good of a start. Quite bad actually by me. I want to try and leave him the bare minimum of room only. Very wide, very wide. Gonna have to go defensive here. Quite slow, but I kept the position just barely. I'm just gonna turn my lights off because they're annoying me. Shit. Ah, man, I'm losing positions so much. Come on, mate. Let me in. Let me through. Yeah. It's gonna be a hell of a chase to catch to Thomas now. Very bad first lap by me, to be honest. Come on, slipstream, 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 slipstream. Oh, bit of an incident. Gerald bumping Alistair off. Does not seem intentional, but bit not careful enough, that's for sure. Still, that's quite a bit of time loss battling these guys. And brake. So this is the danger zone, because he might brake for the corner that you don't really. And I kinda have to do that just because otherwise it's too much risk running into him. Just getting my last bit of slipstream, then go side by side. Cannot quite outbrake him, but I can stay close. We both lost time though. Both losing time compared to Thomas ahead. Cannot go for a move here. But again, just I need to stick too close to him. Get him on the exit. No, don't. I don't get him with the exit, but... So I guess I just try to get slipstreamed along for a bit. Can I send it? Do I send it even? I didn't need to outbrake him because he outbraked himself. Just, yeah. Just the pressure of defending got him a bit, I think. Made a mistake. Happens all the time. Happens to me all the time. Come on. Bit too wide. I'm actually kind of catching that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got some weird soda. And I need something sugary to keep me powered up through this. Because I am very tired today. Like I was and like tomorrow, mate, tomorrow's gonna be fucking hell. Because this race doesn't finish until like half to 1 a.m. Then, yeah, look at that. Look at how much time I'm losing just by not being in the slipstream. Like it's quite significant actually. Sleep seem quite strong around here. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be hell because I got some walk in the morning. Again, the race doesn't end until half to 1 a.m. and I have to be in another town by 11 a.m. So, and that's a 1.5 hour long train ride away. I'm gonna be very tired. And then I got, you know, the GTM league as well on Mondays. I don't know. Were you here for the last GTM league race? Because that was actually a ton of fun. We raced at Avus last week. I mean, this week technically. We raced at Avus. I managed to get a podium in an alpha. We actually got like we ended up having a triple alpha podium between the two races. I got me and the only other me and the other alpha in the league, the best alpha in the league, John Cole. We got second and third. He got second, I got third in the first race, and then he got third, I got fourth in the second race. So yeah, triple alpha podium on a track that does not favor the alpha. I'm actually quite happy about that. And the only reason I didn't get a double podium that day is because someone behind me had a bit of a moment, and like there was an incident behind me that ended up sending a guy spinning ahead out of control, and well, he just sniped me. He just sniped me. That he literally could not have hit me better if he aimed on purpose. It was funny as fuck. Like, I don't remember if you were here for that, because I might just be repeating all the things that you know. But you know what? It's funny, so it's worth repeating. It was very funny just how specifically he managed to hit me and like hit both alphas actually. And again, could not have been a better hit if it was on purpose. And no, it very clearly wasn't. Like even the incident behind me, it was like very much just a racing incident, really. Like one guy not leaving quite enough room, causing another guy to misjudge a distance, and that causing a collision. Just like, no, technically he left enough room, but he left literally the most bare minimum of room. Oh no, he's done an anno. Thomas, you've done an anno, buddy. You've made a mistake and lost yourself a very favorable position. You've pulled an anno. Well, it's only fair after I did it for him last week. fuck? I mean, at least he's still within the slipstream, so it's gonna help him keep up with me for sure. I don't know how much fuel he's got on, I don't know what his strat is, but hopefully mine's better. I mean, I know you have to have been for the GTM race, because it was the GTM race that I was really complaining about having to drink from a glass. Again, it's not such a problem in the Praga because it's not a manual. Like, I can drive with one hand finally, much more easily. Like, I can upshift and or downshift with just one hand. Now, I can't rapidly switch between upshifting and downshifting, but, you know, I can't shift at all with one hand on a manual. So yeah, I can like rotate it so that I can rotate the bottle so it's like, look at that, I'm advertising this brand that you're never going to get because I don't think it exists anywhere else. Yeah, like, this soda claims to be Georgian, but I'm not sure if that's like a soda that actually exists in Georgia or one that is just created for export. Or, you know, just like some sort of, or, you know, someone just dug up some recipe that they claim to be some, that they claim to be like somehow like related to Georgia. And just in case, no, I don't mean the US state. It might be obvious to some, but it might not be obvious to others. Might as well point it out. Man, why does cat food have to smell so fucking bad? Honestly. So I kind of feel it all throughout the room now. Well, no, it's the way it is that the cheap cat food smells alright, but the more expensive cat food smells garbage. Well, no, that's like a scale there, because like the really cheap ones smell shit, then the mid-tier ones, slightly less cheap ones, smell okay, then the better ones smell like garbage again. But they smell a bit like a very different kind of garbage. Okay, I have two cats. There's the black cat, which is Hrundel. And, yeah, it's the white cat's name is Icy. Isaac. Well, I mean, technically his name is just Ice, and everything else is just a modification of that. So yeah, Icy, Isaac, Iska. It's and like all kind of other words derived from the word ice. He is technically not completely white. He looks pretty white on camera, but he's really more of like a latte colored. He is old as fuck. And he's the sweetest, nicest little cat you will ever meet. Well, that's what I mean. He's turning. I believe he will. He would be turning 18 this year. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. Because he was born in 2005. Fucking hell, this made me realize that children born in 2005 are going to turn 18 this year. They will be legally allowed to drink and drive, but not drink and drive. I hope. Yeah, I think that's too much cure, but I don't think that even won me any time. Come on, full speed ahead, full throttle. Oh, can I do a sub 49 on my mediums in race pace? That would be really cool. Oh, that's solid. That's solid. Oh, it's not gonna be a sub 49. Maybe, nah, no way. Oh, so close. Oh, so close, man. Best lap of the race so far. And yeah, I'm pulling a gap on Thomas. Well, I'm glad to say that I think I was right in being confident in my medium space. Like the mediums are actually quite good here. Which are like which is I wouldn't think they would be, but they are. Like you really wouldn't think that the mediums would be too good at Imola. It seems very much like a track that just needs a ton of mechanical grip. Like a track where you just cannot have too much grip. I mean, you can't have. You know what I mean. It seems like a track that just benefits a ton from having more grip, whether it be aerodynamic or mechanical. So. So I expected medium softs to be better by a fairly large margin here, but no, it's like they're better, but not by as wide a margin as I thought. And again, it's fuel load. I think it just makes more of an impact, even than tires. But the softs are actually wearing decently quickly here, to the point where Like I said, I've made my soft stint a bit shorter to make sure I don't have to deal with them being too worn. So like it's so. Up. Oh. That was so very nearly. That was so nearly terrible. Yeah, that turn is so tricky because like it's such an awkward braking zone. Like you, you just don't get a nice straight line on braking. Up, we're coming up on back markers. Like they're within sight, and with the pace difference in this league, maybe I'll pit a bit. I might pit ahead of schedule just to avoid dealing with back markers. Actually, that might save me time. But it depends how long it takes me to catch up to them. 160, 190 to up to 5th. Brake, like just, you know, like touch the brakes a bit here. No, like I brought the brake force down to like 96%. To 96% I think with the setup. And I'm still having to feather the brakes a lot. Because there's so many braking zones here that are just not quite... Well, so many weird, odd shape braking zones that where you don't just get a nice straight line for braking. So yeah. Well, he's going to the wall because he felt like he tried to kind of race me. But that lost me. This lap actually lost me just a ton of time. So Thomas is now getting much closer now. Oh shit! I touched the brake bias buttons. I touch them by accident sometimes, and it's really I think it's a sign that I should move them to somewhere where I will not touch them. But I once watched a video that recommended just changing your brake bias settings for every turn. So like, made sure to bind my brake bias buttons on something that's easily reachable without having to let go of the wheel. So. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Save the slide, but would have rather not have the slide in the first place. Oh, my sound's fucked. Yeah, mate. Bad timing for that. Okay, it's back on. I need to resolder my headphones jack. I replaced it, right, and I've not done a very good job soldering it. So it's so like I think the solder joint just kind of come undone after a while. Okay, I'm catching some more back markers, and these appear to actually be fighting among themselves. They are they actually appear to be having a rather nice fight over there. Well, I hope I don't ruin that. Okay, back marker number 1. Okay, this back marker was nice enough to just get himself out of my way. More laps on this field, sounds about right. But he breaks! Come on, like I get he's trying to let me through, but like I'm trying to stay behind him to get the slipstream. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that on these really long straights, being predictable is more important than just straight up getting out of the way and letting the faster car through. Like, if you are getting lapped, chances are the faster car can find you, can find their way around you. And usually the best you can do is to just not get in the way of that, rather than trying to very specifically get out of the way, because that can be more difficult to predict, and therefore, you know, lead to things like collisions, which is not something you ever want to see. Not very good. That's not very, like, I'm actually losing time now. So I think I'm gonna need more fuel actually in my softs setup. So I had 36 in, right? That lasted me half and 2 laps. Yeah, I'm gonna put more fuel. Like, maybe not that much more. But I'm getting concerned. Like, definitely maybe 32 over 30. Sure. Yeah, because I took 2 liters out of the pre-made setup before the race, and I think that was just a mistake by me. At least there was also a lap counter. Okay. Nobody's pitted yet. Oh, that's concerning. I mean, maybe some soft runners have already done so without me. Oh yeah, no, there's some there are definitely some soft runners who have gone into the pits. Yeah, mediums. I think mediums just behave a bit weird on low fuel, because like I've observed that in uh, in qualifying when I went out on mediums by accident. I observed that as well. Yeah, so I definitely have enough fuel to get to the pit lane, so that's fine. Yeah, we should be fine. Yeah. So technically, I'm actually might not actually need more fuel than I thought. Maybe I'm just being a bit overly cautious, but I really would rather not run out, you know? Yeah, like, so it says plus 29 minutes with... Yeah, I'll try. But I'll see how much I can do, actually. No, I'll be fine, I think. Yeah, this here is a pit entrance. Perfect. I think I'm gonna have way too much fuel in, but whatever. Better than way too little. Pitted a bit earlier than Thomas, which actually makes me feel good about my chances. And I'm still P2, so P3 not too much. I'm expecting to have some better pace on softs, obviously. Yeah, I think I got a bit paranoid about fuel and overfueled quite significantly, so that might hurt me a little bit, but not massively. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, he switched at what I think was a good time at Monza, so... Okay, he's... Let's see, 37 seconds behind. Well, let's try to close that gap. Make sure I'm well in that pit window by the time he does pit. Mediums have been actually very solid this race. Could have maybe stayed on them for longer. Yep. Oh, yep. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Not perfect, but fine. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, he did a 40... he just did a high 49, that's... doesn't pit yet. It's like I'm gonna catch nearly a that's nearly a second I've got up this lap. Yeah, 36.7 now. How did I manage to actually... Yeah, that was a bit silly line of me actually. Like that would not have been really Marcus' fault if I went into him like that. Oh yeah, oh he's in pits. Let's go. This is it. Gotta make sure to pass him now then. Now the question is... I still technically did not lead that lap. Oh, that's funny. braked a bit late, so that's not gonna be a good lap because of that, but nothing catastrophic. I'm out of my drink now too, so that means I won't get distracted by drinking it anymore. No, I shifted to third. Oh. I'll get distracted by myself instead. Wow, that's an awful lap. That's like 2 seconds loss compared to my best time. And that's gonna be, oof. Yeah, Thomas has to be gaining, because like 150, that's very, 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 very slow. Very slow for softs. Yeah, Thomas gained like actually about points, only about 0.6, so not too much actually. Still, I'm starting to feel a bit too safe. Don't want to get complacent, make a mistake and lose the position. Come on, full speed ahead. Full speed ahead, let's go. Oh, touch grass a bit, not cool. That was sketchy but fast. That was just sketchy. I was sketchy and slow. Why did I feel the need to go over all those tiny little sausage curbs? I do not know. But it was not fast. Not safe. Just kind of silly. Sliding a bit. I think I was technically... I think I was a bit better than my best. But the exit is not the best. What happened to Ben? He was way higher up. I'll have to check that out. The problem is that I'm actually gonna lose time behind the guy, behind him now. Because I'm a bit too far away for him to just get out, like for him to be able to really get out of the way, but close enough where he is able to hinder me in places where I can't really pass. Like I'm not. He let me by, thanks. I would. Well, 12 minutes left, 8 laps. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, 8 laps. I think I seen 8 laps worth of fuel left. Yeah, I just need to like be not, not beat it. Should be alright. Thomas did doing some good laps though now. And I'm just kinda not. Like I don't think he's like I just don't like there's just not enough time to catch me anymore. Without the without the on pure pace, like the problem is that uh, like I'm the I'm worried about potentially. This is a really bad time to come up on a back market, to be honest. Yeah, not good to be honest to do that, but what are you doing? I knew that guy was gonna be a problem. What? Like, why is he racing me? Soft rejoin. Not completely horrible, but a bit sus. He's fighting me. My guy's actually fucking fighting me. I mean, just let me fucking through, you. I'm going to call him out after the race. I'm calling him out in chat and in Discord. Because that's just... Like, it's not even... Because the thing is... It's not even... Like, it's not like at Monza, right? When the guy... One of the guys just... did a stupid rejoin, crashed out another guy. The guy that crashed into me, right? It's... I mean, the way he weaved, that's... Just... Like, it almost felt like he's playing with a keyboard or whatever. This is just, he's straight up racing me. He's straight up racing me when he should not be doing so. Like, but that's just, but that's not just being really bad. Because, being really bad is, it's somewhat understandable, right? It's, like, like maybe when you're that bad, you should try and practice some more before going into an online race, right? But it's not like, when you're just bad, that's not malicious. But when you straight up just... But, like, I suppose this just like, racing lap in car doesn't have to be malicious either, but it's a whole lot closer to that, It shows that you're not just bad at driving, you're also bad at reading and comprehending the rules, which is a fairly important skill to have, like, in sim racing as well as in general. Oh. Yeah, my rear tires are starting to get a bit worn, but nothing major yet. I think I should be able to finish the race just fine on these. Brake, brake, downshift, downshift, downshift. Hope that guy doesn't rejoin into my arse. He did not. Like... Like, I had some issues with backmarkers before, like, I did complain about sometimes them choosing really awkward places to let me by, but honestly that's not like something that's like a complaint, a petty complaint, right? And I can't even, This is not that. This is not that. This is much worse. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely overfueled. But that's alright. Better over than under, you know? A lot of very fast guys in this league. Well, at least two different fast guys in this league can attest to that. Because yeah, there were two different people uh, who were on for good results but ran out of fuel in the league. In the very first race, Danon. Well, I mean, he has also been the car a few fairly early on, so he didn't get the chance to fight for the lead as his pace allowed for that. But even then, after that, I think he was on pace for a decent result, but then ran out of fuel. Had to pull over on the finish straight and just DNF. Quite unfortunate, but yeah, just it's a surprisingly easy mistake to make. Again, first race, I very nearly ran out of fuel. Like I literally ran out on the finish line. It's like you could say it was perfectly calculated. I say fucking lucky. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. We all came out the mantra, the lazy nation. To make records with a mobile, we didn't have much time. Our fronts up and the mothers were at the best place around, but some stupid with the flagon bent the place to the ground. Smoke on the water, a fire in the sky. Smoke on the water. I don't know why I'm singing it in this voice, by the way. I fucking nearly binned it, man, and like it could have been better enough to cost me the position. Yeah, Shimesha badly sings "Smoke on the Water" and then bins it. Now that would be content. Yeah, yeah. Somehow, like, honestly, I'm super surprised because this is not a track that I would expect myself to be consistent on. I'm not in a state that I would expect myself to be consistent on. Let's stop around here, eh? Yeah. Hello. Is he gonna bonk me? Nice. Yeah, people, some people are not so into the idea of lining up, but yeah, fucking blue flags. Yeah, but yeah, very happy with that. Very happy to get another win after, well, after not having won since the first two races. And very happy about this doors for my. I mean, my championship is pretty much dead anyway because Thomas has gotten close enough where me missing a race pretty much kills it, and I have to miss a race. There's no way for me to not miss a race, and disappointing, but that's just kind of how it is. Yeah, okay, not gonna be much discussion in race chat in game chat, so I guess we'll just take it to Discord. Yeah, so we're gonna finish up the race for tonight. Uh, thanks to everyone for watching. I'm gonna have to finish up the stream as well because it's late as fuck. I need the sleep. I really do, guys. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow with some DTM. I have not practiced like at all. I literally have not practiced at all. I don't even have the mod downloaded for the next week's for the Monday track. So gonna be interesting. Gonna be very interesting, but hope it's Ring, I believe. If I can. Ooh. Yeah, I need to go and check it out all over. Like, where's league info? Like, mm, it's a pain. Yep. So yeah, not much I can say now at this point. Not much I can not much I can do. So, I can just say is that I'm going to see you all tomorrow, and